Yes, family, we are here at the St. William Grand Park to start a protest action against the injustices meted out to Nzinga King. But we are here now and there are policemen who are stopping us from having anything to do in the park. So Brother Miguel is there explaining all the legal ramifications he was faced with and complied and got permission from the relevant agency. But here's some police trying to stop the thing, so a dialogue is going on to ensure that, you know, we have the legal grounds to which we can continue or start our demonstration. Yeah, Rastafari.
And this is why my first letter is to KCC.
And they have not responded?
No. Not this time, they have not responded.
Okay.
But in the past, we have always written to KCC.
So I believe that is where...
No, but the situation changed now.
Yes.
And we're dealing with COVID and ADPEM.
Yes.
We have never written to ADPEM before.
So it is quite clear then
Yes.
that the issue that we are having here now is what role in all of this does the KSAMC play as it relates to St. William Grand Park?
But hold on now. If they get a copy of a letter from...
I cannot speak for the KSAMC.
No, I know, I'm not asking you to. But you, because I asked ADPEM, I said, will you inform KCC?
But did they agree with you in writing, Mr. Long?
Yes.
Black and white, sir?
Yes, they did.
And it's in their black and white that they will make contact with KCC?
No, but yes, sir.
And that's the point I'm making?
No, they did. Robert Hill, Chief Executive Officer.
So technically, yes. They CC the document to
KCC. So KCC knew we would have been here today.
So therefore now, you are awaiting. You are awaiting.
No, I'm not waiting, because today is the date.
No.
Today is the date.
You are awaiting a response.
No, me not waiting.
Well, that's you. That's specific to you, Mr. Ram. But I would suggest to you that you are awaiting a response
from KCC. No.
Well, that's a position that you take.
Because ADPEM supersedes KCC.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. In terms of
the regulations.
In terms of the regulations.
Yes. In other words, even if KCC said the park is yours and such, yes. I couldn't come.
But KSAMC has not said that.
No, I said even if.
No, but I am also...
No, but if ADPEM says so and copy to KCC, what more must I do?
You will have to answer that question.
Chain of command.
Yes.
ADPEM is at the head of the chain of command.
You will have to answer that question.
No, I have answered that question
today. Alright, so question. So what is your problem? No,
I don't have a problem. We have come to keep our function today.
And what is the problem?
I was told before I arrived that the police was pushing out our people out of the park.
You were erroneously misled.
Alright. Yes.
Or it was we're not allowed to enter the park. Which one it was? No, the security tell me say I am the last person I'm gonna let inside right now. So is it that we can call a KCC rep to say we are here and there's a problem?
I tried to call.
Because we're not there so all day.
No, but I tried to call Mr. Hill, who they copied the letter, the CEO to, and they told me he was in a meeting with the mayor.
So were you given a directive to prevent us from entering the park?
My understanding of what transpired is simple. The park manager said that she has no communication from the leadership of the KSAMC about your activity in the park today. That's simple, very simple. And I requested of your representative, who was here at the time, that he provide me with documentation from the KSAMC for the use of the park for your activity. That documentation I'm still awaiting.
To allow us the use of the park?
Not to allow you the use of the park. to permit your activity.
There is no requirement.
Same
for
thing.
any documentation
Same
from
thing.
KFC.
Same thing. One and the same. One and the same
Your words are
thing.
your words.
Same results. 1 plus 1 equal 2. So where we go from here now?
That is a very good question.
No.
But I would suggest, however, but I would suggest, and I have said that from I came here initially, that all it took was for two of you gentlemen to just step down to the office down there, the KCMC, and
Seek a written permission.
No, look here. If whether it's written
Yeah.
or verbal.
No, but we couldn't care about the verbal.
No, man, no. The town clerk has my number.
Okay, so you call
The
you.
town clerk has my number, so he can give me a call simply and said that.
Hill?
Yes, sir. Right. As well as no, but
Yes, that's a solution.
it doesn't even have to go there. All he has to do is to inform the park manager. Right?
Can we have that done? Time is running.
As to your purpose and what you are here for.
All of that was outlined already, you know.
But I cannot overstep the office of
The superior
KCMC.
officers.
No, we're not asking to overstep anybody.
Well, I'm not doing that.
All we are saying is,
Yes.
based on what we have here,
Yes, and I will repeat.
no, we're not coming from a governmental authority.
I will repeat.
I think we should go ahead and keep our function here
No,
today.
man. And I say you
The
think.
solution is that for the
I say you think wrong.
superintendent to call Mr. Hill.
I believe that if someone had listened to me when I spoke earlier, we would have been past this way long time. Because our job here as officers is not to obstruct or prevent
Legal activities.
any group from carrying out what they deem to be their activities that is consistent with their beliefs.
A legal gathering. Eh?
So we are not here for that. We are only here to ensure that it is done properly. That's all.
With permission.
That's all.
Because if it's properly, you won't have a problem.
I can't. And I should not.
It's just the legality of it you are talking about now.
Yeah, man. We're in the park now with the police.
So therefore, I was hoping to hear from the town clerk. I have not heard from him.
Why did you call the town clerk?
No, sir.
Why not?
No, sir. That's
Why
not
not?
my job.
Yes.
But it is.
That's
You are
not.
to serve
No,
and
sir.
protect.
No, sir. I am
Yeah,
serving
come on to
and protecting right as it stands.
to
But you protect us as well.
The job.
What
I will
theatre
do my
side?
job and do it well. The town clerk has to do his.
But your job is to protect and
The
serve
town
us.
clerk has to do his.
Yes.
Why you're here, what obstacle you're facing. You said you'd be what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Right? But you're meeting instruction.
Yes.
Not from the police, I assume, but from the cases.
Well, if we decide to put out the things on the police, or throw it out, so it must be the police. It must be the police, because the police are here to prevent us from...
What your plan
No, but
for
this
them,
is-
what
well,
I
what-
can't say about the police.
No, but what we plan to do is to keep a function here,
Permission was granted.
and permission was granted.
But yeah, I want to answer what happened when you reach here, what happened? That's the way we are.
Yeah.
That is what we're discussing all along here, my brother. That we are saying that...
No, I don't want to. Right.
Mix a piece of you representing.
Came what you were told and what is happening and where you plan to what you That's all I'm asking. Just tell me what you had planned.
We had planned today a rally, a Black History Month rally with Rastafari to deal with many issues. Many issues. One of them, that the issues that we wanted to deal with today, was that in this park you have 3 white statues. And we wanted to highlight those 3 statues. You have no black people statue or picture in this park. You don't even have a picture of St. William Grant in this park. The 3 white statues, as you can see, Victoria, Edward Jordan, and Charles, what the name is, down there, you know. So we are demanding that these 3 statues come down. Yes, these were murderers of black people, especially Victoria. And we would want
Police to support upon this too.
we're going to make them support the thing. And we would have liked, so that's one of the main reasons why we come to this park. We could have keep this on the road, we could have just keep a meeting on the road. But we want to highlight that these, I think it's Charles Metcalf, that's the third one. Metcalf, that we want these statues come down and a statue of St. William Grand comes into this park. One of the issues. The second issue is that despite the 2015 amendment of the ganja laws, Rastafarians are still being brought before the court. Rastafari brethren and sisters are still being harassed, still being charged, and we are saying now that it's time those issues are dealt with. You can't amend the law and you have not educated the police sufficiently to understand the law, that they must know that we have certain rights and so on, right? The third issue that we wanted to deal with is the Queen Nzinga Candace King issue. That issue, we do not agree with Indicom nor with the DPP, the ruling, because we do not think that the government spends sufficient money to get expert evidence that could have not so much where he said, she said, this said, rather than that versus that. Forensic evidence can tell you whether a hair has been cut, or whether a hair has been torn, or whether a hair has been dragged down. They did not do that. That evidence is available all over the world. So these are some of the issues. And then from all of that now, we are going to march down to the sea. We were going to go behind the general peninsula, and we would pour of the ancestors for them to guide us and give us a vision for the future. We choose behind the general penitentiary because that big gate there, the general penitentiary was a fort where many of our brothers and sisters, when they were taken off the ship, that is where they were housed in the general penitentiary. That was where the auctions were kept. Many of our brothers and sisters died, and they were not formally buried. They were just thrown in the ground in the general penitentiary. So with the sea there and the general penitentiary there, we want to invoke our ancestors and so on. Because every week, every Monday morning, a portion of women go by the sea in Ghana. And they go by the sea in Ghana and they touch the water, and their aim is to call us home, the Africans. So we want to touch the water and tell them we are answering your call.
Next question now. Now you're at the park. What obstacles are you facing? What obstacles can you face?
Well, the police is saying we don't have a written document from KCC, so we can't use the park. We are saying we have a written document from ADPEM, and based on the current law, where the government has put all activities on the ADPEM. And so it don't make no sense ADPEM do a permission if we can't come to the park. That don't make no sense. You tell a man, that is your house, go in it. When you go in it, you can cook and eat. And then when we go now, say, no, you can cook and eat, but you can't go in it. I can't keep the function because I can't come in the park if I don't get something from KCC. When we were told specifically, I noticed I called name, Inspector Head to make it clear, Mr. Lawn, even if you get permission from KCC, it means nothing to us. ADPEM have to give you permission. So we do all what we must do, get the permission from ADPEM. We ask ADPEM, make sure you notify KCC. They have sent us a letter which they CC to, not just to anybody, to the Chief Executive Officer. Today when I try to call him, when I hear what was happening here, he doesn't answer me. What more must we the people do? If we block road here, so we are hooligan. If we do, but when we try to think, we write everything, document everything, this is the type of treatment we get. Well, I'm not surprised by the mayor though, you know. I'm not surprised. Because we have a situation, Mr. Felix can tell you, in downtown between darkness and genocide, where youths are killing one another. You can't have a mayor responsible for gullies, roads and parks, and he's not responsible for people's life. He has done nothing to stop the killing of black youths against black youths. He's an inept mayor. I'm not surprised by his behavior. You must be responsible for people. The youths are killing one another for all different reasons. You must step in. You can't come. He goes in public and he said the police must take care of that. Oh, Mr. Felix must take care of that. And him started. You, the mayor, is responsible for people just as much as you are responsible for roads, bridges, parks, and so on. So it's a very inept mayor, man. We're not surprised by his behavior.
Where do you go from here?
Well, we want to keep the function, you know. We really want to keep this function. We have done a lot, we have expended a lot, and would have liked to keep this function here today. And having been given permission by a governmental authority, we never just go pick it out of the year out of the tree.
So where do you go from here?
Well, I don't know if it's up to Mr. Felix. Because we bring our drums, we bring everything. We're not depending on nothing from KSAC. And if there's a cost, they can tell us. In the past, we have kept many functions for the past 40 years. And we have never left the place dirty. We keep functions at St. William Grand Park, Mandela Park, Papine Park, many parks, my brother. And we have never left the place dirty. We have never not paid our bills. We have not leave and don't pay whatever workers them say we must pay. We have always honored our engagement for the past 40 years. In terms of police permission, I know the law, so I write to the police every time. I tell them my route, I tell them my time, and we do all of that. We have never had a function. From the days of Macmillan and all other commissioners, Mr. Forbes, everyone come down. You can see a plethora of letters where we have always tried to keep within the law. So Macmillan used to congratulate us and said, when we keep our function, not even a battle match. Yeah, where will you go from here? But I keep telling you, we want to keep the function.
So they say the park is close to you, so what do you do? What you do? Because we are saying out of the Phoenix, that's the instructions, like anybody else.
You never there. No man take it upon themselves.
So you can go ask what do you do?
So make you walk go down there and hear what them have to say. You know they far. They don't have to watch street.
Just a 5 minutes walk down the road.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't Church Street.
You have to find a resolution to the problem. There are a solution to the problem. Because if
And they won't answer a phone call. Nah,
Nah,
answer a phone call.
So that's what we want to know.
And we want to make that absolutely clear. Mr. Lon and your members, I want to make it absolutely clear that the whole intent of the police here at this time is just to ensure that the peace and good order prevails. That's the whole intent of the police. The police is not peace. Look here, I use
Any form that I'm involved in, we have never had any violence, sir. Never have a violence.
So therefore, hold on.
I wouldn't
One
encourage
voice, one
Alright?
voice,
Good.
please.
And I'm glad you
Because
reiterate-
he's getting there.
I'm glad you reiterate.
All people.
I'm glad you reiterate that. So, as long as the KSAMC gives you authorization to proceed, because I would love to hear some of what you have to say. Okay?
I'm going to put you on the platform too.
No, man. My platform is.
You're not a black man.
I use everywhere as my platform.
But you're not a black
He
man.
learned a lot a while ago in your
I
presentation.
use everywhere as my platform.
You're a black man, so you have to
Because
stand up
some
for
of
me.
your issues are
Your
are
issues too.
concerns to me as well.
Of course.
However, as I had said to some of the members earlier, we just want for all things to be in order. And that is all we were seeking, because the park manager was objecting, and that was what I wanted to correct earlier, because we weren't the first line of contact when your members entered the park. Okay? The park
We
manager
walk down at the KSAC now.
Yes, I
come
suggested long ago.
And we could just walk down there now. Right.
Church
Yes.
Street down, and you
Yes.
have to go 5 minutes.
Can my members continue to stay until we come back, sir?
No, man, they are free to be. They are Jamaicans. Huh?
Yes.
They are free to be anywhere they want to be.
All right. We soon come back.
You understand?
All right.
thought we
Thanks,
were
sir.
in
Come,
Arizona.
Oh, you thought? That was just a thought, right?
I used to work for Phoenix, Arizona.
One thing we are saying, officer, if you're worried about the peace and the sanity and the oneness, this is not our problem.
No, that's my
If it's
job.
that you worry about, with us, you have not a problem. No man, with that we are right. Where you concerned about most of all, or should be, and that you emphasize the legality of our presence here, you know. But in terms of peace and harmony,
I don't think the legality of your presence was in question. But
no, because you say KSAC no give you the permission.
It's more the legality of your activity, not your presence, because you are legal to be in the park.
And set
As
up
an
and set up a
individual,
microphone as a collective.
No,
As a collective, that's different.
That's the activity, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the activity I'm speaking.
Yeah.
As an individual, you're legal to be in the park. Nobody can tell you that you can't.
We understand that part
You
there.
know what I'm saying?
But we just have said the
But activity
concern.
now
Yeah.
has to be sanctioned.
All right.
You got some of the documentation. I believe there's one documentation that
We need to get.
And as long as you get that, it's good. Go with it.
All right, officer, we're there. Yes, family, just returning from the mayor's office, and we have gained the victory. The mayor looked at all the documentation we had and has given the green light, so the park is now open. Some elements wanted to sabotage I&I, so I&I is now going up to the park in a victory celebration, yeah? Rastafari, enough love and blessing, yeah? So, good over evil. Here we are, the delegation went, and we have gained a victory. We are on the way to the park
Victory,
at this time.
that we say.
So, little more, some more drums and chant and agitation, yeah? Rastafari.
What hear what I say, you should hear the girl them.